Did you guys hear that noise? Hey guys, welcome back to the AJ Analysis channel where we're back with another live stream and the lighting looks absolutely horrendous. What's going on here? Whoa, can we focus please, camera? Focus on my beautiful face please. Anyway, how are we doing guys? Good to see you all. Get in the chat quickly, let me know how you guys are doing. Ahmed, good to see you. Corey, Josh and Danny as well. Hope you guys are all well. Today, as you can see in the title and the thumbnail, we are going through the United squad in a tier list fashion, I guess, and basically going through which Manchester United players we want to keep this summer, which United players we want to loan out this summer, let the contract run out or don't make it permanent, whatever, and also sell this summer. I guess before we get into that, can you guys actually hear me? Because that's probably important. And also, did you hear that crack noise before my face came on camera? A little bit awkward. How are we doing though? Hello from Croatia. Lovely to see you, my friend. Hello here from England. I hope you are well. The keep pile is going to be very small. Yeah, I fear it might. Can't wait to get to Sancho. Might skip over that one for today. I've taken him out of the thumbnail. You can hear, lovely stuff. I have got some criteria for today though, and this stream, because the plan is not just to do this as which United players should be sold in general. We are talking about this summer, and I am also going to set that we are only allowed to keep and sell a certain amount of players. So, yeah, something a little bit different to what we've done in the past. Matt, good to see you, my friend. I hope you're well. Hope you're having a good day. I need to get that AJ hat on. I don't know where it is. Honestly, I need to produce them. Sell them. What is wrong with the lighting, by the way, in here? I'm so pale. I've been out in the sun this week, I swear. Keep Onana, Mainu, Hoyland, Mount, Garnacho, Kambuala, Martinez, Greenwood. The rest can go if you can get a bidder. Damn, that's quite a quick, effective way of doing it, I guess. The entire leadership group should be sold. Look how pale. Why do I look so pale? Let's just see if I can change that real quick. Well, okay, that looks a bit better. That looks a bit better. Are we assuming that we will be adding players if our squad ends up too small? Absolutely. So basically, what I have decided to do is look through the amount of players we currently have contracted to Manchester United in the first team squad. So we will look at that shortly. But I've also taken a look at the amount of players we've released in the past in one summer. So again, the amount of players we've released. And let me make it clear then that it's this summer. How do I change that? Sell this summer. Loan out this summer. Keep this summer. Yeah, I've looked at kind of traditionally how many players we've kept over the past couple of seasons, how many we've sold and things like that, what sort of squad size we have tended to end up with, which is why I'm going to put a cap on how many we can sell, because I feel like we could quite possibly end up in a situation where some of you guys want to sell about 20 of these blokes. So we can't do that, right? We can't sell 20 of them. So the lighting is absolutely horrendous. What's going on? It's been fine literally all morning until I pressed start stream. Lovely. So, let's go to the current Manchester United squad. There are currently, I believe, I might be wrong, someone can fact check this, but I do believe, current squad, I believe we have 32 players total, with 6 of them out on loan. So, technically, at Manchester United right now, we have a 26-man squad. So that's something to keep in mind when we are doing this keep and sell. We're going to need roughly 26, 27 again next season. So that is something to consider. If we now go to the last couple of summers, this is what has been happening over the last 2 summers. So in the summer of 2023, which is the one we've just gone through, we sold 7 players. We released 4 of them. Releasing being contract running out or something like that. Or we've had people retire, like Lee Grant at one point. So we released 4 and we loaned 8 players out. Some before that, we sold 3, we released 7 and we loaned 9. So you can see the rough sort of numbers we're working with. We're not selling 20 players. We're not selling 20 players. We'll leave the Sancho conversation for now, guys. It got a little bit tetchy in Discord. We will come back to the Sancho conversation whenever he pops up on the tier list. Have I left him out? Am I that stupid? Hang on. No, he is there, don't worry. Anyway. Selling 20 players would be stupid anyway. Yeah, we just can't do it. We're not going to do it. It's stupid. So what do you guys agree, by the way, should be the cap on how many we can sell? I like the idea of a maximum of 8 sales. 10 sales? Consider, obviously, we might loan people as well and things like that. So what do you guys want to set the cap as? So how many players did I say we've got at the moment? The current squad is 32, 26 because some are out on loan. So we need to be getting towards 26 again. So what are the numbers there? 19 both seasons actually released in some form. So I reckon it's reasonable for us to look for, should we say, 8 to 10 sales and then a few loans and stuff as well. Let's just start basically and see how it goes. But basically, I don't want to end up with a list here where we sell 20 people because we can't do it. We can't. Anyway, does anyone have any preference with the order that we go through this? Or are you happy with the order which has kind of been randomly generated at the bottom? Let me know what you would prefer. FP, good to see you, mate. Nuruddin as well. Sell them all, make a profit, liquidate the club, open a League 2 club for a fraction of the money, climb up to the Premier League in 5 years' time, and boom. I like it. AJ as the founder? Let's do it. Can I be manager or something instead, actually? We'll probably get rid of 10 players overall. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. I don't know. I don't understand his lighting. I don't know why it's so bad today. I was so pale with that one. That one I'm literally yellow. Have I accidentally changed the setting or something? Who knows? Anyway, who cares really? You guys aren't that fussed about seeing my face. I'm only keeping 7 and unknown. I'm afraid, Nuruddin, we are setting a rule because this is for this summer. We're only allowed to sell like 10. Okay, so that's the rule for today. Amad Diallo. Interesting starting point. Actually, quite an interesting one to start off with. I'm going to put him here. That's not actually where we're putting him. I'm just holding him there. But yeah, Nuruddin, because you just missed the start there. The plan is this. This is our current squad size. And in the past 2 seasons, we've roughly, or this is the amount of players we've let go in the past 2 summers. So we need to work with something similar. We can go a little bit higher because I've got a feeling Ineos might be quite ruthless and bring a new approach. But I don't want to go too far past this. So this is purely with the idea of summer 2024. So that's the plan. Ahmad's a maybe Ahmad is not the best place to start because I feel like he's actually one who's a little bit in between. I don't want to start with Ahmad. Let's start with instead. Let's start with some easier ones. We'll come back to Ahmad because I feel like he's a difficult one. Go from defenders. Position might make sense. Let's start with the goalkeepers. Onana. Bayinde. Tom Heaton, who's about 3 pixels for some reason. I like this. I like the idea of going from positions. Yeah. Anyway. Onana, Bayinde, Heaton. Are we changing any of these? I think realistically it's fair to say keep them all for this season, right? There's no need to complicate it. The only argument is, do you sell Tom Heaton if one of the youth keepers is ready? But I don't know if they are right now. They're probably better off, rather than being a third choice keeper, are they better off being, you know, the youth keeper? Possibly. Could you let someone like Harrison through the ranks? Maybe. But I'm happy to have them all as keep for this summer, for now. Is Tom Heaton's contract running out, actually? You know what? We'll leave Heaton out for now. We'll come back to him. Actually, let's let Heaton's contract run out. Let's bring in a youngster in the summer. Yeah? Sounds like a plan. If not, I feel like what often happens is you end up bringing in another old keeper anyway. So either way, I think it's fine. If Heaton wants to retire, it's cool. Yeah, I can back that. Anyway, let's move on. Defenders. We'll start off with the fullbacks. We'll start off with Diogo Dalot. I'm not going to actually drop him anywhere because I don't want people getting confused. Let's just kind of hover him around here and I'll be annoying with him on the screen. I'll make some pretty pictures. How are we feeling about Dalot? Time machine and keep Kovar? It seems weird that we let him go like permanently like we did. Keep my Portuguese prince. Keep. I think, by the way, and I think this is a big compliment to Dalot and the season he's had. I think this is the first time, because we have done this sort of thing on a few occasions. I think this is the first time we've been unanimous on Dalot, which, like I said, I think that's a credit to the season he's had, right? That's a big bit of praise for him. So, well done, Diogo. Keep up the good work, my friend. On that topic, let's get another fullback. Who is the one I'm looking for? Where are you, mate? I can see you somewhere. I might be blind. Here he is, Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw. Can I grab him, please, and thank you? Luke Shaw, how are we feeling about Luke Shaw? David, thank you very much for the gifted membership. Before we go anywhere else, make sure to spam some love hearts in the chat. Say thank you to David. What a legend. Always starting the stream with a positive. Always. Always, always, always. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated, my friend. And yeah, spam some love hearts in the chat. Legend, legend. Luke Shaw. Oh, see, this has got people a little bit torn. I like that. Starting the stream with a little bit of conversation, a little bit of diversity on this one. Screw these plans, I'm 19. I just want to see my team win the league before I turn 25. It's been forever. I respect that. Edward, good to have you in the chat, my friend. I hope you're well. Hope you're having a good day. Ooh. People are a little bit unsure. What we can do, by the way, is if we get to the point where we've got 11 in sell and we need to move one out, we can come back to it. Okay. I don't think... We're not going to loan him out, obviously. We're not going to let his contract run out. So let's quickly do a poll, because this is more torn than I was expecting. DJ Nature, good to have you in the chat. How you doing, mate? Lovely to have you in it. Again, this is this summer, by the way. We're not talking about what we're doing in 5 years. Literally this summer. Literally this summer, what would you do? So I don't think his contract runs out yet, right? I think that's more like next season. So for this summer, would you keep him? First vote is to keep, I respect it. Would it be a bit of a slap in the face to him to sell, so let his contract run out, but he needs to be replaced? When is his contract? Do we know? Does anyone know what Luke Shaw's contract situation is? Expires in 2027. Yeah, my thought then, because I guess you guys want my opinion as well, my thought would be to keep him for another year. Maybe next year you sell him. FP has a list of contract expiry. FP, you're an absolute legend, mate. Bro's more prepared than I am. What a guy. That would be very handy for this stream. I might ask you for that occasionally. My thought process would probably be keep Luke Shaw for one more season. Then if we want to go and break the bank next season for a left back, we could do that. Or, you know, he might have a very good year and stay fit all year so we can keep him. That's kind of where I'm at. Give him another year. Gauge it in 12 months is my situation. Statman must have his tools prepped. Absolutely. Can you set nicknames on YouTube? If so, you're going to be Statman FP. Sell him, it's time to be ruthless. You just campaign for keep. I'm very aware of that. Yeah, I'm not putting him here, by the way. This is just like where I'm hovering him as such. That's not actually where I'm putting him. Agree with Corey. What did Corey say? If it expires in 2027, then keep him for a year. Keep short. Okay. Everyone has... Well, not everyone's voted, but 62% saying keep. I think that's fair enough. So we'll end that poll there, and we will continue with the fullbacks. And let's go Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka. Again, that's not where I'm putting him. I'm just putting him there while I scroll up. Wan-Bissaka, how are we feeling? Weird one. Because this is one of the ones where if you ask me, my immediate thought is to sell. But if you then cap it to 8 or 10, it starts to become a little bit more of a question. Particularly what we have to consider is, can we afford to replace him? Because we already know the club want a left back. We know the club want probably 2 centre backs. I would expect a third. Can we go get a right back as well? Something to consider. Not trying to put you guys off. You guys are all very much saying sell. I'm completely fine with that. Just to quickly go over it again, for those which are joining the stream a little bit later. This is what we've done in the last 2 summers at Manchester United in terms of players which have gone out of the club. So we're looking again to be roughly in line with that, although it might change with Ineos. So we're going to sell 8 to 10, release a couple. We're not letting realistically more than... We can't let more than 20 go. It can't happen because we've only got 32 in the squad in general. But yeah, that's roughly what we're working with. I don't want to see us selling 20 players. We need to focus on other positions this summer. Right back is our strongest. Yeah, that's my thought process. Is Wan-Bissaka the player I want at right back? No. But is it also the position that I would prioritise? No. So again, he's one where we have him in sell for now, but we might change it later on. Aaron is my child, so keep. I hope if he is your child, he gives you a decent share of the wages, mate. Tell him to subscribe if he's your child as well. Can anyone see Tyrell Malacia? There he is, the happy chappy. I love Tyrell Malacia. How are we feeling about Tyrell? Confusing one. Really confusing one, obviously. Quite a difficult one to predict because where is he? What on earth has happened? Is he okay? You know, I hope he's okay. I feel like I've seen a few times when we've streamed recently, people have questioned, you know, is he good enough to be United's fullback and stuff, especially as a backup? I actually think he is. I actually think he's pretty decent. I liked Tyrell Malacia. I don't know that he's never going to be an elite fullback, and I don't think he'll ever be good enough to be the Manchester United starter. I don't see that being the case. But I think he's a pretty decent little squad player. We signed him for cheap. Yeah, he cost what, 12 mil? Pragmatically, if we get a hybrid right back, right centre back, we could let Wan-Bissaka go. Yeah, I do like that. Does this one need a poll? This one might need a poll as well. I love it. Also, by the way, guys, what was that accent? By the way, guys, I shouldn't do accents. While I'm making this poll, leave a like on the stream because why not? It is a top quality stream. Keep. Okay, I'm a mess. Okay. Now it's in all caps. Lovely. So let's go. Keep. We won't let his contract run out because it's too soon. When I say let contract run out, by the way, I mean their contract runs out this summer. Keep, loan, sell. Bosh. There we go. Tyrell Malacia. Let's see what people are saying in the poll. We could sell for a profit. Yeah, I don't know. The problem is anyone going to take a gamble, no offence, on Tyrell Malacia right now when he hasn't played in 12 months? I know that I wouldn't personally. Particularly if we're looking at a profit, it's got to be more than 12 million. Is anyone actually going to go pay for it is something you have to consider as well. Nuruddin flexing that he has been a member for 4 months. What an absolute legend, saying sell them all. Nuruddin, the power has gone to your head, my friend. You need to reel it back in, mate. But thank you very much, of course, for being a member. What a guy. Matt, that guy plays for Arsenal. Timber. Yeah, not a bad shout. Wish we would have got him. Sell them all. Sell for profit. Sign Simakan. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to keep most of these polls nice and quick. I don't think we need to linger on these for too long. So we've got 48 votes on that one. 60% are saying keep. So we are going to keep Tyrell Malacia for now. AJ just stated why we need to loan him. To be honest, I lose track of what I say half time. What was that I said? Because I said he's not necessarily good enough. Chad also flexing the fact that he's been a member for 4 months. Again, an absolute legend here on the channel. And he says what Nuruddin said. Chad, legendary. Thank you very much. Why is Wan-Bissaka in sell? I would keep him. Because what people voted. Moving on. Do we have any more fullbacks to talk about? Oh, yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do. Brandon Williams. Oh, yeah. Okay. Brandon Williams. Sell. Like, come on. Is he playing well for Ipswich this season? Does anyone actually know? It is Ipswich, right? I mean, we should have made a build around him category just for Brandon Williams. But realistically, I don't think we need a poll here. Thank you, Brandon Williams. You were a good academy player. Cheers, mate. It's pure profit, whatever we get for him. See you later. Manuel, you're going to get banned in a minute. Yeah, cheers, Brandon, mate. He had a spell where he was actually quite decent at one point, wasn't he? But see you later. Thank you very much for coming. Cheers. This is the problem with capping how many we can sell as well, right? Because we've got so many of these like random players who, like you said, you kind of forget he's even at the club. So, yeah, Brandon Williams, see you later. Are we out of fullbacks? I think that is all our fullbacks. I believe so. Anyway, let's move into the centre-back department, a department where I feel United need a rebuild. This is where I'm happy to sell some players because it does feel to me like we need to take the centre-back department, pretty much rip it to shreds and start again. Alvaro Fernandez. I have not got him on here. That's a good point. Has he... No, he's there. He's there. Sorry, I'm blind. Alvaro Fernandez. Does anyone know his exact situation? With the whole... Because he's got a buy option, right? But it's not a buy... What's the word I'm looking for? They don't have to buy him. What on earth is the word I'm looking for? He has a 5 million buy option. Loan out this summer. Loan again. Obligation. That's the one. Cheers, Nuruddin. Appreciate that. Yeah, an option to buy. So what do we just class him as he's kind of gone anyway? Yeah, obligation is the word I was looking for. So thanks, guys. Appreciate that. I would imagine, like, it's going to happen. I would assume he's going to go. I think you sell him. I think when we've got someone like Amas coming through, like you said there, I think it makes sense. A loan isn't a bad option either. I will add that. Does his contract with us not run out this summer anyway or something? I swear. I might be wrong on that. Not getting too much game time at Benfica. This is the thing. If we're keeping... We've already got 2 left-backs in Shaw and Tyrell Malacia. Plus we know, Fabrizio Romano has told us time and time again... Oh, expires next year, my bad. Fabrizio has told us we are going to sign a left-back this summer. Or certainly we want to. If we're keeping Shaw and we're keeping Malacia, I think, realistically, he's going. I don't like it when we have players go through a whole process of being noticed, performing to a degree, they get pushed higher up, but then all that goes out the window and they get judged on a loan. Yeah, and the loans tend to go wrong, and then we go, see you later, mate. Seems to happen quite a lot. I think he'll go. I think if we're being realistic, I think he'll go this summer, I would expect. I don't think it would be another loan, to be honest. I don't know that anyone would achieve that much. I think he will leave, and I want to keep this realistic, so I will put him there for now. He'll either be sold or go on loan, I would imagine. Anyway, let's go to centre-backs. We're not classing Amrabat as a fullback. So, centre-backs, we've got... I'm going to put them in the run out of contract, but like that's not necessarily where they're going. It's just so you can see them all lined up with each other. So, we've got Johnny Evans. I don't want to miss any here because I'm a complete moron, so I probably will. We've got Lissandro Martinez. What a man. Victor Lindelof. Harry Maguire. Big old slabhead. Who else we got here? Is that everyone? Oh, Rafael Varane, he's pretty decent. Is that everyone? I feel like I'm missing someone. Am I missing a centre-back there? He could go back to Benfica with an obligation. Yeah, I think Fernandes, Alvaro, will leave in some... Kambala. He's not on the list. I haven't got Kambala on the list. I do apologise for that. That is my bad. I knew I was missing someone. Kambala, just imagine he's in keep this summer, right? I think we would keep him, I assume. Yeah, I do apologise. I missed Kambala. That is entirely my fault. It's because this is the same list which we used last time and he weren't playing at the time. So yeah, just imagine Kambala is there as well, alright? Let's now go through the rest of them. Johnny Evans, Lissandro Martinez, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, big old Baz, and Rafael Varane. I think with Kambala we can just put him in to keep this summer. I don't think anyone would sell him, right? So just imagine Kambala has gone into that top bracket. Let's be honest, Lissandro Martinez, even if you wanted to, we're just not going to sell him. Plus, I don't think anyone will want to sell him. So I think that's fairly easy. He goes up here. The next four are interesting. I disagree with literally every keep this summer except Onana. Would you not even keep someone like Dalot, mate? Fair enough. What did I miss? So we're done fullbacks. We're now on centre-backs, but I forgot to put Kambala in, so... We're not letting all these run out of contract. It's just where I put them to discuss them. We can't sell Varane. He is out of contract this summer. AJ, what is your opinion on Dewsbury Hall? Good player. I actually like him quite a lot. I don't think he's what we need, but I do like him. So, in terms of what I'm thinking, again, let's be realistic as well as what we think the club will act like. What you would do plus what the club will do. It looks to me like Varane is going to be in this category here where we let his contract... run out because I just don't see us coughing up the money. So, and I also don't see him accepting less. So I would say, cheers Varane, you've been a great lad. Time to move on. What are we thinking for Johnny Evans, Lindelof and Maguire? We've got to sell at least one of them. At least one of them. I would sway towards Lindelof being the one which got sold. And, I mean, I'm realistically selling a couple of them, I can't lie. Why sell Wan-Bissaka but not Malacia? And this is just what people voted for. Not sure if I agree with it or not. But, again, we are going to revisit it at the end as well if there's any we want to change. Evans 1 more year. I like the idea of Evans for 1 more year. And he's basically like 6th choice centre-back, but also like a coach 6th centre-back thing. I kind of like the idea of it. I don't know. Am I trying to be too romantic in football? I like the idea behind it. Lindelof sell, keep Maguire. Oh, it was a vote. Yeah, some of them are votes, some of them are not. Maybe it weren't actually, I can't remember. Some of them are. He's a good player in his United DNA. Evans, yeah. 1 more year, Johnny Evans. Okay, vote on Maguire, good idea. And I think we will need one on Lindelof as well. By the way, guys, we've got 176 people in the stream. 176 legends, but the bigger legends are the 34 of you who have liked the stream. Want to be a bigger legend? Leave a like, leave a like. Anyway, Maguire, keep, sell. There's no other option there with Maguire, right? We're not going to do anything else with him. Keep him or sell him. There we go. Poll in the chat. No. AJ, if Alvaro Fernandes is expected to be sold, then can he not count as part of the 10? Yeah, I might bend the rules a little bit as we get there. I'll see, don't worry. I don't think there's a market for Maguire, so that's why I would keep. Fair enough. I still think teams out there would want him. The issue I have, right, in terms of like my ideal, I still don't know what the lighting is doing in this stream, by the way. But my ideal situation, oh, got a bit of lag as well, just to make it even better. My ideal situation is that I've said this before on a Discord, I think especially. I want to end up in a world where we have two right centre backs who profile the same. So if one gets injured or one comes out, we just have someone who can do the same job. And then I want two left centre backs who are the same as each other. So if one gets injured and comes out, we bring another one in, and we haven't ruined the whole season. You know, this season we've had like Sandro Martinez comes out, let's rip it up and change. We've had Maguire. If he's playing, he's got to be in the middle. If Kambwala plays, he's better defending wide. If Varane plays these days, he wants to be in the middle. But if it's Lindelof, he needs to be on the left or the right. I'm kind of fed up of that a little bit. You know, we always do these. We do these streams where we go through who would start on a Friday afternoon, right? And every week it feels like we go, okay, so we've got this centre back pairing, so we have to flip them around this week so we can make it work. And I'm just fed up of doing that because no football club does it. No one does it. How often do you see Arsenal swap Gabriel and Saliba, or bring a different right centre back in and suddenly Gabriel plays on the other side? It just doesn't really happen. I know we've had like massive injury problems this season, which has affected it, but I'm just fed up with this idea of I don't want next season our right centre back to get injured and we have to completely change approach. You know, Dallow's positioning has changed, Mainoo's positioning has changed, the left centre back's positioning has changed. I just don't want that anymore, and the same on the other side as well. So that's why I am quite keen in the centre back department in particular to be a bit more brutal. But again, it is up to you guys. At the moment, we're on 70% for sell for Harry Maguire. How many votes is that? 82. Good stuff, guys. Thanks for the membership. Yeah, that would have been kindly gifted by one of the amazing members. I'm trying to press end poll and it's just not doing it at the moment, but I'm sure it will in a minute. Trying to end the poll. YouTube's not letting us. But anyway, Maguire has gone into the sell department. Can I end the poll, please, YouTube? Can I end the poll, please? YouTube doesn't want me to end the poll. Like, it's just not letting me do it, okay? It's still not letting me do it. Don't know what's going on there, so we can't use the poll for the moment. Hopefully we can end it soon. Anyway, moving on. Oh, Lindelof. What would you do for Lindelof? Again, we can't go to a poll for this. Maguire hacked the poll? Yeah, maybe. He might have done. I didn't understand your latest video on balance. Feel free to ask questions, mate. People saying sell Lindelof, sell Lindelof. Yeah, something else to point out as well. FP said it. Homegrown quota we do need to consider as well. We do need some homegrown talents, or we need to sign them. So just consider that. Giveaway. Should we do a giveaway on the channel and it's Lindelof that you get? Let contract expire, but it's the let contract expire department is purely for contracts which run out this summer. They're the only ones we're keeping in this bracket. So Lindelof, I mean, it looks like you guys want to sell, which I understand. Didn't we do this live a few months ago? We've changed it slightly, but also I think people's answers are going to be different. So that's why we're doing it again. We might even do it again in the summer, maybe. I'll see. Johnny Evans then. Again, a bit of a weird one, right? We never see him as being a first-team player who's going to start a lot of games. I still can't end this poll on YouTube. I don't know why. Like, Maguire might have actually hacked us. I respect it. What if I do it like that? There we go. I got it rid. Lovely, lovely. Again, I kind of like the idea of keeping Evans. And again, he's like this weird coach, sixth choice centre-back, which you just use absolute, like, worst case scenario. Worst crack. What do you guys reckon? Evans is retiring? Has he said that? Has he said he's retiring? Yeah, Edwick, mate, with the question about balance, feel free to ask away. I'm happy to explain it a little bit more. Johnny's on a good pay-as-you-play contract as well. Yeah. Who are some homegrown players we could nab off the top of your head if we are in need? Well, if you're talking like marquee signings as such, or are you looking for like smaller signings? I just don't think I understood the solution. Like, which type of midfielder would provide the best balance with Kobe and Bruno? So again, the point of that video, if I quickly go over to it, was to almost stop looking at it in that way, or not stop looking at it in that way, but to look further than that. So rather than just do our midfield three complement each other, it's about do our right-hand side complement each other. So the point that I was trying to make was, who did I have left centre mid? I can't remember. Did I go like this, I think? The point I was trying to make is that the right centre mid, for example, if we were to play in this shape... No, I had it the other way. This is what I done. So the point I was making, right, is if we draw a line... Have I got Casemiro somewhere? I can't see him. If I draw a line down the middle of the pitch, which I think I should be able to do with this. If we now split the United team into two halves, right, left and right. If you look at the strengths and weaknesses of the two different sides of the pitch, you get it's almost like two completely different teams. Our left side is good at one thing, our right side is good at the other thing. So the idea was balancing across the pitch rather than just in midfield. So any midfielder we need to sign, and the point I was making is, say if we sign a midfielder to play here, this player doesn't just need to complement Bruno Fernandes and Kobe Mainoo as such. They also need to complement Wan-Bissaka and Rashford, and actually probably more so that than our other midfielder. That was the point I was trying to make. Same for the right winger. It's not just about our right winger complementing our striker. It's also about our right winger complementing our right back, or our right-sided centre midfielder, our right centre back. So who complements this area? I want a retention-based midfielder to make up for the lack of retention-based players down this side, because these players don't really retain the ball. So yeah, I would want a retention-based player, but also perhaps someone who is good defensively, because, you know, we can see that Rashford down this side isn't, etc. Hopefully that clears it up a little bit. Wait, is there big Dewsbury Hall news going on? Oh, video coming soon. Is there actually? So yeah, hopefully I've cleared that up. Yeah, nice, cool. Yeah, if you did ask about it in the comment section and I didn't reply, I apologise, mate. I do apologise. Massive news? Are you guys trolling me or? We are talking about Dewsbury Hall, right? That is who we're talking about when we say DBH, or am I being stupid? Anyway. We might look into that. He's a good player. Is Kobe going to be a 6? Anyway. We'll come on to that a little bit later. For now, we're going to talk about... But actually, we need a decision on Johnny Evans first. Muppeteers have confirmed we're looking. Who the hell is Gooseberry Paul? That might be my title. Yeah, Johnny Evans. We need somewhere to put him, and then we'll move on to the midfielders. Little championship player for you there, Josh. Yeah, I'm going to look into Dewsbury Hall then. I've already watched him a fair bit, so I can talk on that. Evans, keep. I'm going to go Evans, keep for now, because that's just what I've seen quickly in the chat, but we might come back to it. Anyway, let's move on. Midfielders. Sofian Amrabat. Let's be honest. Archie Gray, a quality player, by the way, mate. Quality player. Like him a lot. Transfer news channel. Yeah, cheers, mate. Perfect. Amrabat. Let the contract run out / don't make permanent. I think. I think that's what happens. I might be wrong, but I still think, by the way, and I will die on this hill, that I think he could have been a really good player for us if we had chose to play in a different way. With how we've chosen to play, I will never understand. With how we've chosen to play, I will never understand why we signed him. If we had chose to play a different style, I think he could have been great for us. So it's still a weird one for me. I still feel that if next season we were to take that slightly different approach of pressing a bit more, for example, again connecting the back line, and then on the ball in possession being a little bit slower, I still think he could have been really good for us. I believe that. And I think you would go out, if you were to go out in the market right now and try and get a backup 6, which is what I think Amrabat is, and you were given a budget of £13 million, I don't think you would find better. I genuinely don't. But, is it more than 13 mil? Is it more like 22? Still Yeah, I'm not sure you get better. I'm not sure you do. But I think realistically, his contract runs out. He's unfortunately kind of been done over a little bit by being at the club in the wrong season almost. If it had been at Fiorentina for a year, I'd probably be saying, go get him this summer. Poor guy, poor guy. Donny van de Beek. Yep, he still exists. Would you believe it? Crazy scenes. Crazy scenes. Florentino Luis from Benfica is class. Great player. Adore him. Love him. Donny van de Beek, it's time, right? It's time. Thanks for everything you've done. By which I mean like 3 games you played or whatever. Neridian, I just seen what you put in Discord. I agree, Pochettino is a good manager. Donny van de Beek's contract is next summer, I believe. Donny, another one of those players, maybe a bit like Amrabat, who I still think is a good footballer, just probably bought in at completely the wrong time. Completely the wrong time. So I think he's got to go, just almost for him actually mentally, because even the loans haven't worked. He needs to just, I feel like he just needs to completely cut ties, go somewhere else, start fresh, have another go at his career basically, because he has ruined his career. Him, his agents, us as a club have ruined his career. He's got to go, just get away from it. Fresh start. He needs it. He needs it. So, yeah, I don't think there's too much debate there. We are now up to 6 in the sell department, by the way. But, yeah, cheers, Donny, mate. Please go bang somewhere else. Please go be incredible, because I do like you as a footballer. Yep. Christian Eriksen. What we doing with Christian Eriksen? Wait, is Casemiro contract, maybe? Can't remember. Anyway, Eriksen. What we doing with Christian Eriksen? When is Casemiro's contract? Really thought Ten Hag would use Donny? Yeah, same. Yeah, Casemiro, is it his contract runs out or is it sell? I can't actually remember. Is his contract running out? Nah, he must still have a contract. We only just got him, right? I don't need to think about Casemiro. Oh, trust me, he's going. It's just which one I put him in because I can't remember when his contract is. I'm getting rid. Contract still, so yeah, see you later, mate. Cheers, Casemiro. It was cool last season when you done that slide tackle and put your hand on Will Hughes' neck. You were good last season, let's be honest, but see you later. Thank you very much. Jokes, let's build a team around him. No, I'm sorry. Christian Eriksen. What's his contract situation? FP, have you got it? Very long contract for Casemiro. Stupid decision. Yeah. There were better options on the market, which I covered year before. I covered that summer. Eriksen. 2025? Oh, that means we can get a bit of money for him. Thank you, Christian Eriksen. It's been a pleasure. He's in sell, by the way. You can't see because my fat head is in the way, but Eriksen's in sell. Thanks for coming. I enjoyed the ride. Had a nice assist or something against Arsenal last year. Bruno Fernandes. I'll put him here. Anyway, just to recap, in sell, by the way, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 8 currently. So we are maybe only allowed 2 more. We'll see with Alvaro. We'll see. Keep Bruno until he's 36. I feel like his legs might go at that point, but... Should I make me smaller? Or do you want to see my beautiful face, guys? It's up to you. I'll make it a little bit smaller. I'll move this thing behind it as well. Look at that lovely red background. There you go. You can just about see Eriksen now, right? Beautiful. Again, Bruno is one of those ones, even if you don't think he's the right style, which I understand, I do understand that argument. I just feel that he can't be in the top 10 to sell. Make your face cam larger, take up the screen. Probably moving like Chad. I don't know. If a mad offer comes for Bruno, then he's got to be kept. I like that. I like that. Switched up. I think Bruno Fernandes is in stay. I think he's stay, right? Because we're not going to let his contract run out because it's not running out this summer. We're not going to loan Bruno Fernandes. And if I said to you, you are only allowed to sell 10 players this summer, Bruno's not in the top 10 when I look down at this list and I still see more to come. Because believe me, there's more to come in this sell department. We're a mess. So thank you very much, Bruno Fernandes, for what you're doing. Keep it up. Can you go up a level? Yes, please. Hopefully next season we have a system where you don't have to run 100 miles an hour for 90 minutes. Cool. Anyway. Kobe Mainu. We're not discussing this. If anyone wants to discuss it, Find a different channel. Kobe Manu is staying. Forever, please. Please. Mason Mount. Thoughts? Still not really seen him yet. We still haven't really seen him. Who said sell Manu? Ban him immediately. Oh yeah, I should just put my face cam on the other side, really, shouldn't I? Josh, you're banned. You're totally banned. Keep Mount, keep Mount, keep Mount. It's too early, right, to sell. Got to keep him. Pretty self-explanatory. Hopefully he gets the chances next season. Maybe even get a chance this season. Keep him. Yeah, maybe like Corey said, evaluate it in one summer. If next year it's still not worked, take that cutthroat approach. Sell him. Find someone else. But for now, keep him. Give him another season. Let's see what happens. I like that idea. I will say, though, we do need to take that approach more. The City approach, where they sign a player, and if it doesn't work... face cam up here. Hello. Is that better? Up here. I'm just going to get rid of this, to be honest. We don't need it. Get out of here, man. There we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm kind of cozy up here. Yeah, I do think in the future we should have more of an approach of if a signing doesn't work, just move them on. Just get rid in a couple of seasons. You know, we've had too many players who have kind of lingered about the club. We need to be a bit more cutthroat. Not one injury, that's not one season, sorry, that's too soon. But if after 2 years it hasn't worked, then move them on. So, yeah, Mason Mount, big season ahead next season. But I think he'll be alright. AJ, you need to move Ericsson. Is Ericsson in the right place? I thought Ericsson was meant to be here. Was he meant to be somewhere else? Are you being loaned out this summer? No one will want me. Anyway. Oh, hello. Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay, what are we doing here then? Sources have said we're releasing Ericsson. I thought he had one more on his contract still. Between the two, I will double check it. McTominay. An interesting little spicy one because, again, instinct, everyone's going to go, sell. But, look, okay, let's be realistic again for a second. Let's be realistic. Current squad, we've got 32 players. 6 of them are out on loan, so we've got 26. Granted, that includes some useless players who don't play. This is our last 2 summers. We can't get rid of that many players. In the last 2 summers, we've sold 7 and 3. So to sell 20 all of a sudden isn't going to happen. Granted, I think it's different under Ineos. Hopefully we see a change. We can sell a little bit more. But we're definitely not going higher than 12. We're not going to do that today. So just keep that in mind. We can only sell so many. And I think everyone on the sell list so far should be there, apart from maybe a couple. So just keep that in mind. Keep it in mind. Anyway. My honest opinion, is McTominay good enough to be a starter for Manchester United? No, I don't think he is. Is he a very, very handy squad player? Yes. And what do I mean by a squad player? Someone who works hard, seems to train well. I would assume you never really tend to hear anything bad about McTominay. And again, I would say, what would we get for him? 30, 35 million? Can you guys go find me a 10 who's going to have the same impact as McTominay from the bench for 35 million? I don't think you can. If I gave you guys 35 million this summer, and you've got to find me a backup to Bruno, who can, first of all, be reasonably content on the bench, you know, homegrown, but when he comes on the pitch, he makes an impact because he's a boxer and things like that. What I would like to see is reduced game time. Yes. Reduced game time, yes, please. Dewsbury Hall, yeah, you know what, I'll give you that. Yeah, fair play, touche. Well played, my friend. I'm going to put him in keep for now, but we might revisit it, pardon me, at the end. The backup for Bruno is Mount. I'm still not sure it is, because I don't think that we would have spent 60 million last summer on a backup when we needed so much other stuff. So I'm still not sure he's backup. I think you need to factor in our financial situation and what players have value. Yeah, I think that's fair as well. Again, McTominay, reduced game time, please. I don't want to see him starting games. He can play in the cup. But 20 minutes here and there, it's handy. Again, he is a homegrown player. You do need those. Legally you have to. I'm going to put him in keep for now, but again, we might bring him down. Oh, you go, Scott. Out of interest, if we were to sell him, what sort of money would you want for him? What would you accept? Because I could be persuaded on that one for sure. Anyway, other midfielders. Hannibal. We might need to expand this sell bracket, by the way, guys, or move someone out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can we confirm on Ericsson whether it's a sell or thingy? It's the perfect time to sell McTominay. That is the counter argument, and I really do understand that point. You're never going to get more than what you would this summer. But that's the problem. Okay, so FP is... Ericsson is in sell. Okay, cool. Unless there's been some sort of agreement change. Hannibal loan. Yeah, I like the idea of a loan for Hannibal, I think. Again, I think next year I'd probably sell him, maybe. But I think this year I would loan him. Thoughts? Same for Dangor as well. Thoughts on Dangor? McTominay has to go now. I do understand it, but again, we've got to be realistic. And I'm not saying you're not being realistic. I just want to make this point one more time. We don't sell that many players. Yes, Ineos might change it, and we might be better at selling. But as a rule, we don't tend to sell that many players. So we're not going to sell that many players on this stream because it's not realistic to say we should sell 15 when we've sold 10 in the last 2 windows combined. So I do just want to keep it capped a little bit. I might push it to 12. We'll see with what we end up with. But I don't want to go too far. So just keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Keep Gore in the squad, or would you... Has anyone followed his loan? I think I'm seeing mostly loan here for Gore so far. So I will put him there for now. Has anyone seen much of him this season? I would assume not. Yeah, he has been injured as well. That's a good point. Did he get injured pretty much straight away? If so, he definitely needs another loan. Stay hydrated. That's true, but McTominay and Maguire as well will get most of our transfer. Yeah, like I said, we'll revisit that 10 at the bottom towards the end. A Gore loan to League One, or League, I should say, or Liga Portugal. Yeah, I like it. He's playing well until the injury. Yeah, I would loan him again. I think Hannibal, I would consider hitting the button to sell. Thoughts? Thoughts? Am I being harsh on him? Does he deserve another chance out on loan? I just don't know that it's ever going to work for him. Liga NOS. Best league in the world, in my opinion, by the way. Sell Hannibal, sell. What does everyone else reckon? Sell? Be more than happy to sell him. Depends what we can get for him. Yeah, I think that might be where I'm at. Loan to raise value, I like that strategy. Not a selling priority. Yeah, Manuel, genuinely, by the way, I love the Portuguese league. It's a beautiful league. If I could go to a game in any league right now, I'd go to the Portuguese league without hesitation. I think what I might do is say Hannibal loan, and I like the idea of trying to raise his value to then sell him next year. If not, we just sack it off next year. Give him one more chance. I don't want him in the United squad because I don't think he's good enough. Give him one more chance. Benfica games are crazy. Yeah, I love Sporting as well. Porto, beautiful, beautiful. I'm always rooting for him in Europe. I'm going to go Hannibal loan, and then maybe we sell him next year. Anyway, other midfielders, I think we're there are midfielders. Okay, wingers. 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 in sell. Prepare yourselves. Ahmad. This isn't where I'm putting him. I'm just lining them up for you. Actually, screw that. Let's just put him at the front here. Lovely song for you there. Sancho, come this side, please, mate. Thank you. Alpha Conde Palestri. Who forgot about him? So, Anthony, Ahmad, Garnacho, Sancho, Palestri, Rashford. Apologies to all of them for chopping the top of their heads off, apart from Ahmad. These things happen, and Sancho. I don't want you to just literally list them all straight away, but just kind of general immediate vibes. Are there any which you are like, Yes, absolutely keep him. Are there any which are like, be gone, see you later, mate? We'll take some of them to polls as well, I think, for this. Sell Pellistri, yeah, that comes to my mind. I like the idea of keep Ahmad, only if we can give him football, though. I don't want to see another player ruined by us. I like the idea of keeping Ahmad. Højlund's a keep, we know that much. Højlund is a keep. Martial, it hasn't worked out right. It just hasn't. Could have been something incredible. Had moments where he was insane. I think back to the 1920 season. So good. NHS Martial, what a player. But we know at this point, he's gone. Right? He's gone in the summer. We know that. So thank you, Martial. I wish you had better hamstrings. Moving on. The wingers. People's thoughts on selling for Facundo Pellistri. I realise we also don't have Greenwood on this list. He's another one who probably should have been here. Also, remember, Kambala is also keep this summer. He is in that bracket. Keep Garnacho. I think everyone would agree with that, right? Keep Garnacho. I like it. Might do a little Pellistri vote, maybe. No, I don't mean Pellistri. Sell Pellistri? I don't think he's good enough, personally. I think he kind of had a couple of half chances. I think if we're being brutally honest, when we've got like so many wingers here to talk about, like we've still got 4 to talk about here, after already keeping Garnacho, we've got options here. Where is Forson? Forson, I think, to be honest, is going to end up with the youth team again next season. I think it was more of like a one-off sort of thing that he got into the first team. Yeah, he maybe could have been on this list and maybe should have been. But yeah, he's probably a loan-out player, isn't he? Again, I do apologise that I've missed some players. It happens. I'm an idiot, basically. Again, this is the list which was actually made in January. So like even Reguilon was on here before I cut him off. So yeah. Isn't he out of contract in the summer and does not want to sign? Who's that? Sorry. Who is that? Oh, Forson. Oh yeah. Yeah, he might be gone then. I'm big brain. Left him out on purpose. Anthony. What are our thoughts on Anthony? Again, I think, and this is why someone asked earlier, haven't we done this before? And I said, yeah, we have done this before, but I think it changes. I think 2 months ago, everyone would have said Anthony gone. I think he would have swayed opinion a little bit more recently. I still don't think he's great, and he wasn't worth 100 million or whatever he cost. But I do think he has changed people's opinions to an extent. Even if he hasn't everyone's, I think he's at least, brought it a bit closer at least. Keep him. He's had a hard year. What I might do is a poll here for the man Anthony. I'm not going to loan Anthony just because I just don't see us loaning out a player which costs so much. Quite simple. Keep. Sell. Bosh. Let's have a look. Also, by the way, guys, I would like to do a stream at the end of the season looking or rating United's player seasons. If you guys are up for that, let me know. We have done that before as well. Just before Christmas, I think. If you want us to revisit that in the summer, we'll do it. So, 64% on Anthony. Keep. See, at one point, everyone was pretty unanimous on sell. Can't sell him yet, we'd get nothing for him. Yeah. It's not even good enough to play for Luton. I think a little bit harsh. Although, would he get in there 11? That's the question. Have I missed another player? Will Fish? Yeah, again, I'm not going to go through all the academy. I'm going through the ones which have had minutes this season. I forgot Kambala because I'm stupid and Forson as well. I'll take 20 million for Anthony. I don't care. He ain't it. Honestly, think he'd be good for Newcastle? I agree. He's a better version of Almiron, right? I like it. 65% said keep, though. I do think it's final straw time for him. I do think he's got to do it this 12 months. If he doesn't, see you later. And I do think next summer you would see a club which is happy to accept anything for him. And I do think that if there wasn't so much other players we had to sell, I would be more tempted to put him into sell. For now, I physically don't think we could actually sell him. Like, no matter how hard we tried, I don't think we could sell Anthony. Because I don't think we'd get anywhere near enough money back. So I'm gonna go keep. 64% of people have said keep, so we'll put them there for now. Again, that might be one we revisit depending on how many other players we have in different places. Marcus Rashford. Thoughts? Thoughts on Marcus Rashford? Again, a player who probably divides opinion a little bit. I think this time last year, he would have been keep no matter what, because he just scored, what, 31 goals or something. Does he divide opinion more this year? How many players have we got on sale at the moment? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, a lot of people are saying sell. A lot of people. This might need a poll. Keep Rashford, he's our only experienced forward. Key point. Really key point. I'm not necessarily saying we have to keep Rashford, but I would say, let's remember squad building here. You do need experience and stuff like that. Toxic player now spreading to Garnacho. Damn. I think Garnacho is his own person, but fair enough. My opinion, I don't know if you guys want it. My opinion is keep, but I'm happy to take this to a poll. I would keep Rashford personally. I still think he's one of the most threatening players in the league. He's probably, again, in that bracket where you look at it in 12 months and you go, if he hasn't really stepped up by then he's got to go. And even if he hits form, you've got to assess why he's hit form as well. But I would be keeping him for one more season personally. Again, if we were to sell Rashford, could you go sign a winger who's going to do a better job? When we are already looking at letting other wingers go, could we do that or not? I'm not too sure. Yeah, what's good, Chad? %65% are saying sell Rashford. Rafael Leao? Believe me, guys. Just on Rafael Leao, incredible player, by the way. He's so good. Compared to Rashford, he is worse out of possession. That's all I'm going to say. In general, he's phenomenal. Out of possession, I've seen, like, dining tables work harder. It does not work hard. One good season, one bad season. If he's not scoring, he's useless. Fair enough. He tracks back less than Rashford. Yeah. Nico Williams. Yeah, really good player. Yeah, I love Nico Williams. I would like to see him this summer. I can't lie. Why keep a player who doesn't run? Out of interest, by the way, guys, and obviously I'm not saying this should affect your opinion because you are absolutely allowed to change opinion over 12 months. Of course you can. Would you have said the same this time last year or this time last year? Were you more with the idea of keeping Rashford? Is this season changed it for you? Or did you think the same like last year anyway? Elise? I'd say he plays on the other side, right? So a slightly different player. Another thing to consider, who would take Rashford? In 24 to 36 months, I think there will be differing opinions on 17. In what way, Corey? Positive or negative? I'm interested to see what way you go with this, because I got thoughts as well. Yeah, I would argue PSG are the only club who could really afford Rashford. Mbappe replacement. The problem, again, with Rashford is there's a few things, right? And I'm not trying to sway you guys. You guys have voted sell, so he will go into sell. And in fact, I'll even put him there now. But we're not allowed to sell anyone else now, by the way. We've reached our limit. Unless we move someone. The problem is, well, there's a few. First of all, he is a homegrown talent. So he does tick an important box for us. We do genuinely need that. He is an experienced forward. And if you look at who we're getting rid of, our other experienced forwards are... But there isn't one realistically, right? There isn't one realistically. So that is something to consider. Again, who would actually go and get him? Who would actually want him? I don't know. Anyway, though, this does mean, unless we want to move someone, we have to keep Ahmad and Sancho. Unless you want to move someone out of sell. There should be a keep for one more season tier. Yeah, so let me just really clarify this real quick. Let me just end the poll as well. This is purely this summer. So if you want to keep them for one more year, they go in, keep this summer, and you can just think in the back of your mind, realistically, I'll sell them next year. Okay? So let's just really clarify that. This is purely this summer. Not what would you do in 12 months. Would you, this summer, keep them? Would you loan them out this summer? Would you let their contract run out this summer, which obviously only applies to a few because most have longer contracts? And would you sell them this summer? If you want to sell them in 12 months, they are in keep this summer. Okay? Because we're still keeping them for this summer. Okay, so AJ, put Ericsson in the let contract run out. Yeah, but FP says the contract runs out in 2025. So we can't, right? So, but there's also Greenwood, who I've forgotten as well, by the way. And again, let's go back to it. We've sold 10 players total in the last 2 seasons. Obviously, the club's changing. Take Rashford out of sell. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. I would take him out of sell, but the poll is the poll, unfortunately. I don't know. I read loads about his contract getting terminated. Can someone fact check that, the whole Christian Eriksen situation? Anyway, Ahmad. Where are we going with Ahmad? Hey Chris, good to see you, mate. Yeah, Ahmad. Where are we going with Ahmad? It's mental to sell Rashford. That front line without him is awful. I think so. Keep Ahmad, give him proper game time. Keep Ahmad, sell Sancho. I'd really love to know what you do with Greenwood. Me personally, I would sell him just to avoid anything. Get him gone. Let's be a football club which focuses on football. Sell him, focus on football. That's my approach to the Greenwood situation. AJ, get Rashford out of sell. I'm telling you, man, but the poll is the poll. I can't go against the vote. Maybe I can. I might get power happy. Anyway, let's focus on Ahmad and Sancho, and we'll come back to some other players. Ahmad, are we keeping him? Are we keeping Ahmad? I said we'll come back to players which we want to change. Keep Ahmad, sell Sancho. Get power happy. Yeah, maybe I'm allowed to make one change. You guys are allowed to make one change at the end. I like that idea. Yes. Yeah, man. Keep this summer. He didn't get enough games. You guys talking about Ahmad there? Yep, okay. So Ahmad is there. Now we're on to Jadon Sancho. And we're selling 10 players already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can't sell him unless you want to take someone out. Callum with a gifted membership. Callum, what an absolute legend. By the way, Callum will be joining the Pro Club team soon. Callum, thank you very much. Very kind of you. He also hit his head today, so he's concussed, the poor lad. What a legend. Thank you, Callum. Enric, enjoy your gifted membership, my friend. Guys, make sure to spam some love hearts in the chat, though, to say thank you. Turn the chat green, that's the one. Guys, love hearts in the chat, and then we'll continue. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I want to see love hearts. Yes. Be more like Josh, guys. Be more like Josh. Sancho, we're going to go to a poll. Because to be honest, I think this divides the fan base more than anything else at the moment. Apart from maybe Ten Hag. Keep, sell, Sancho. To be honest, I'm not too fussed about even like a massive explanation on this one because I just think we know people's opinion at this point. So yeah, keep or sell Sancho. What the poll goes for, we will go for. 200 people in the stream, actually? Oh, there is. And there's 61 likes. Guys, can we run the likes up a little bit, please? I'd really appreciate it. It'd be really kind. Please. Please. Sancho's on 89% sell. Oh, here's me going, by the way. This one divides the fan base. 89% are going, alright, see you later, mate. Shows what I know. Yeah, again, I'm not too worried about explanation on Sancho. I think we've all had our say on this already. Keep or sell. Get in the poll and vote. Yeah, and also, if you could like the stream, that would be amazing. A lot of people have voted, but not liked. What's going on there? It's still just one, it's one like. Just like the stream. It's not difficult, right? Get those likes up. I agree, man. I agree. Sancho has 3 years left. Ooh, that sounds like a wonga if we were to sell him, by the way. My thoughts on Sancho. I'm going to say good question, but then I realised literally no one asked it. I asked it myself. So well done me. My thoughts on Sancho. I think I would let him go this summer. And again, it's a bit like the, who did I say it for earlier? Donny van der Beek situation. I would let him go almost to let him start again and almost, yeah, just start again. Almost sell him, get some money for it, pretend it didn't happen, basically. That's the idea for me behind Sancho. Whatever happens, there's going to be some sort of drama. There's going to be some sort of drama, which, to be honest, I'm kind of tired of. Again, whether that's Ten Hag drama, whether that's the squad, whether that's Sancho, whether it's a new manager, coaches, I don't really care. I'm just bored of drama. So I would probably sell Sancho for the sake of, you know, peace of mind, basically. Just get him gone. And 88% of the 82 have agreed. Same amount as votes as likes. Lovely. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Get some more likes on the stream if you are enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, fair enough. I respect that. You've got standards. Sancho's going in sell. Because 88% is quite a heavy one-sided thing. So Sancho's going in here. I'll look at that. Even the tier list doesn't want us to have this many because it's booted one under. Anyway. We need to take at least one player out of sell. How many players have we got left here? Where's Greenwood? To be honest, I forgot to put him in. I've got to put him in. Let's leave the Sancho conversation. We've had it in Discord, guys. Let's leave the Sancho situation there. Okay? Let's just leave it there. Yeah, how many players have we got here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. We've got 15 players. Alright, guys. So we have ended up with a football club with 15 players in it. Huh. That's an issue because we can't do it. This season we've had 32. Granted, 6 of those have been out a lot and a couple others as well. So let's say we had a 26-man squad, for example. Are we really going to sign 11 players this summer? I don't think so. I don't think so. So, we're not going to. How many players did I just say? We've got 15. I'm not leaving us with less than 18, realistically. Because what could we sign in the summer? I think it glitched there, so I'll say that again. Frightened the life out of me? What, leaning in? Sorry, mate. Yes, currently we've got 15 players. I'm not happy to leave us with 15. Because when we need a 26, 27-man squad, all right? Next season, roughly. Roughly. We're not going to sign 11 or 12. So yeah, we'll probably promote a couple of players from the academy. Yeah, sure. That takes us up to 17-ish, maybe. And what's realistic for us to sign this summer? Maybe 7. That takes us to 24 players, roughly. Again, ish. So I want 2 more players in keep this summer, basically. That's the plan. So, guys... Oh, that's the wrong screen. I want a 26-man squad next season. We've currently got 15. We're going to promote 2 from the academy, let's say. We've got Kambala as well, to be fair, actually. So 16. We've got 16. Promote a couple from the academy. We're up to 18. Sign 6 to 7. We're at 24, 25. I want 1 or 2 more, basically. I want a 26, 27-man squad. Because we've seen how much we've been hit this season with the small squad. A total of 26. So we need more than that next season. So I want to take, basically, 2 from loan out, let the contract run out, or sell this summer. I want to move 2 players, and I want you guys to decide who. Minimum of 2, by the way. We can go more if you want. Keep Wan-Bissaka and Maguire. Keep Rashford and Maguire. Keep Wan-Bissaka and Lindelof. Keep Rashford and Maguire. Homegrown as well. Yeah, fair point. Keep Alvaro Fernandez. The problem with Alvaro is I think that's so unlikely because we've got so many other left backs already at the club. I say so many, it's 2. But the fact that we've been linked so heavily with one, Fabrizio Romano has said, like, we will. I feel someone else is coming in. So, yeah. The ones which are loan, by the way, I'm still classing that as they're not part of our squad next season. So even them ones. Like, if you're saying move them from sell to loan, it's not addressing the situation as much as I want it to. I want 2 players more in keep this summer. That's what I'm trying to say. Remember, we need to seek players with value to sign 6 to 7. Of course, yeah. If we're keeping Scott, I would keep Wan-Bissaka at least 1 more year. Yeah, so if you want my solution, my thoughts, I would take... I would keep Wan-Bissaka. I think. I'm a little bit unsure on that one, but I think I would keep him more with the thought process of it's just not priority. Yeah, you say do a poll, because I was thinking the same. I just don't know who you would actually put in the poll. So, Wan-Bissaka, right? I'm going to say keep Wan-Bissaka this summer with the thought process being I just don't see us prioritising a right back when we need so many other things. It's not ideal, and next season I think he will be a problem. The biggest problem he's been in years for us. But I think eventually we'll get to that point. So I would go Wan-Bissaka keep, but let me know your thoughts on that one. Is that outrageous to say? I'm not sure. I would also keep Rashford. I would, and I know people are going to hate it. But let me throw you a question, right? Let me throw you a question. Let's look at the forwards we've got. Oh, the wingers we've got. We've got Ahmad. We've got Garnacho. We've got Anthony. Let's say we sign one more. Nico Williams. How old's he? He's young, right? Do you trust Ahmad, Garnacho, Anthony, one other winger, to be good enough? To be good enough. When in January we voted for Anthony to be sold. When Ahmad has failed to break into the first team yet. We need more than that. We just do. Again, Rashford in 12 months, I would really consider selling. Really, really consider selling Rashford at that point. But I don't think in the short term, again, obviously ideally, right? Ideally, I understand it. Ideally, we sell 16 players this summer and bring in 16 new ones. That's the dream scenario, but it's not going to happen, and it wouldn't really work anyway. So my opinion would be keep Rashford next summer, maybe you sell him. Same for Wan-Bissaka. Same for Luke Shaw. Same for Bruno Fernandes, even, you could argue. I don't trust him. I do understand that. Again, the problem is we have to have a squad next season. We can't go into it with 20 players. We just can't. Do you trust Rashford? I know he needs to go, but next summer? It depends what you mean and trust him. Do I trust him to perform? Yeah. Do I trust him defensively? No, to be honest, I don't. I don't think he's good enough defensively. Again, the problem I have is that, again, if I leave us, I can't sit here and tell you guys that this summer our wingers should be Ahmad, Anthony, Garnacho, and one other guy, and that's going to get us Champions League football. I can't sit here and tell you that because it's not true, in my opinion. Why in 12 months his value will just go down? You don't know that. It's an assumption. Obviously, so is the assumption that he'll improve. It's all assumptions, right? It's a game of assumptions, what football is. I would keep Rashford, personally. Name a winger with his potential of attacking threat with good defensive ability. There's not many. Not with his skill set. There's not many. With Rashford, we already failed to qualify for the Champions League. I think I know what you're trying to say. Could you not therefore make the case that we failed to qualify for the Champions League with every single player in this squad? See what I'm saying? I think I know what you're getting at. Maybe reword it or something. But yeah, that logic don't quite work. It'd be great if we could see some of this attacking threat from him. I understand he annoys people. I understand he annoys people. Again, what you've just got to consider, this is a long process. Ineos are not going to fix us this summer. We're going to sell some players. We're going to buy some players. Some of the players we buy are going to turn out to be not really good enough. Not really good enough at all. We're going to sell some players, and we're still going to have some players in this squad who are awful and don't fit the system. You know, we're going to have a Wan-Bissaka who doesn't really fit the system, for example. Luke Shaw, who might be injury prone, or Bruno Fernandes, who may not be the right style. But we cannot sell 15 players this summer because it's not how football works. It's just not. It's just not. The other argument I would make is Maguire. I'm unsure on Maguire. The rest of them, Sancho, I would sell again just for like ease. I think it's easy to do. Brandon Williams, quite easy. I would sell him. Alvaro Fernandez, I would sell him. Donny van de Beek, yep, see you later, mate. Casemiro, cheers, see you later. Eriksen, it's been good, bro. Pellistri, adios. Tom Heaton, yeah, he could stay, to be fair. I've got no massive issue with him staying. He's another one we could move, maybe. Varane, wage issue, so probably bye-bye. Amrabat, I don't think it happens. Martial is pretty much gone. Lindelof and Maguire, there is an argument for. If only football was like career mode. Corey, tell me about it, mate. It would be so easy to just sit here and go, let's sell 15, sign 15. Career mode, be beautiful, right? That's not going to happen. You're spot on. You're spot on. Yeah, just on the Rashford point as well. I think he has like our second most assists this season, right? People are going to have a similar opinion on Garnacho soon. Maybe. I think Garnacho's at an interesting spell where he goes one of two ways now in his career. I think he's at an interesting place. Apologies if you can hear a dog like trying to batter the door down. Anyway, Maguire, Lindelof. Would anyone move those two? Would anyone move those two? I think Maguire holds greater market value because he's had a really good season. I think homegrown talent means he is worth more to other clubs, but also perhaps worth more to us, which is an interesting point. Lindelof is versatile. He can play a few different positions for us. He's a good squad player. I don't want him anywhere near the starting 11. Is he good enough? I'm not sure. Evans runs out of contract. Oh yeah, we can move Evans as well. How much would you change from my keep or sell list? This current list, I wouldn't change much at all. I'm quite happy with this list, actually. One of the centre-backs, maybe, just because I don't know how achievable it is to go get three centre-backs this summer. If we look at our centre-backs, who have we kept at centre-back? Let's move them here. Lisandro Martinez, Johnny Evans, which, I mean, is borderline whether that's going to happen. Oh, that's it. Plus Kumbwala as well. That leaves us with 3 centre-backs. Maybe 2. Yeah, remember Kumbwala should be here. But we've maybe got 2 if Evans just does choose to let the contract run out. I would argue you need 5 or 6 centre-backs. I don't know that we go signing 3 or 4. So I would maybe keep a Lindelof or Maguire. What I might do is quickly start a poll. If you had to keep one this summer, maybe Varane. Yeah, see, I'm in the world where I would keep Varane, but I don't think the club's going to. My opinion, yeah, if I was running the club, I would keep Varane on lower wages, but I don't think he's going to accept lower wages, right? I think the general feeling is that he leaves this summer. Yeah, there's a poll now in the chat. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. If you had to keep one, Maguire or Lindelof, who would you go for? McTominay can fetch us a good 35 mil. Yeah, that's what I want to discuss afterwards as well. How much money we would get for selling these guys. Because I'm intrigued by that as well. And also the wages as well. Keep Varane, lower his wage. That's the dream. The problem is... would Varane accept lower wages and less playing time? I don't think he was. My ideal would be that we sign a right centre-back, Varane's their backup, then we have Kumbwala. That would be my ideal. But I don't think Varane will accept it, is the problem. Sell Rashford, keep Varane. I like that. It's a good like-for-like swap. Maguire 100% for me. Not only is he not bad anymore, but he's an important figure in the dressing room. Again, it's a difficult one because Maguire is, like I said, he holds value to us because he's homegrown, but he also holds more value in the market because he's homegrown. It's an interesting balance. It's an interesting balance. Out of interest then, the players which we've got in sell at the moment, so you guys have gone keep Maguire. How many votes are we on? 52 votes. If we get some more votes on that poll, I'll keep an eye on it. Let's take Maguire and Lindelof out for now. We'll come back to them. How much money do you think we make from those sales? Sancho, Brandon Williams, Alvaro Fernandez, Donny van de Beek, Casemiro, Eriksen and Facundo Pellistri, And I will also add Mason Greenwood into that as well. AJ, I think people are voting based on only general ability and not on the market. Possibly, but there's only so much I can do, right? There's only so much I can do to get it in a certain way. This poll is like keeping a small silky car that's weak or a truck that's slow but strong whilst being a bad driver. I like it. I like it. Adding Mason Greenwood into the sell this summer because I think the club will. I'm not going to dive into what the club should do. I think we will sell him, and that's the important thing here. So add Greenwood to the sell this summer category. How much money do you think is down there? 135 mil, mostly Sancho and Greenwood. What do you think Sancho's worth? Not what's he worth, what would we get? What would you get for Greenwood? Casemiro, what's he worth? The rest are worth quite little, let's be honest. AJ, hypnotise everyone? It'd be handy, wouldn't it? Get Maguire in there. Is Nuruddin still here? I'd be interested to hear his opinion between Maguire and Lindelof. Only around 30 for Greenwood. Then someone else says not less than 60. It divides opinion, doesn't it? It's really difficult. Sancho 35 to 40. Greenwood the same. Yeah, I would imagine we get... I would guess 70 to 80 for the pair of them. Corey going a bit higher, saying like 90 to 110. No clue, but I guess Sancho 30, Brandon Williams 5, Enzo Fernandez 5. Did I say Enzo Fernandez? Alvaro Fernandez 5. Donny 10. I think that one's a little high. Casemiro 35. Really unsure on Casemiro. Ericsson 5, Pellistri 5, Greenwood 35, so 130 million. Let's then say the club wants to invest 120, roughly. What's that? It gives us 250 to spend. Pretty sure Nuruddin said he would keep Maguire and sell Lindelof. Fair enough. If Nuruddin was still here, someone would have gotten a membership. Fair point. Fair point. Are you Ten Hag in or Ten Hag out? That is a poll I wanted to do today, but we haven't actually had time. I was being ideal, but Sancho could go for 55 in today's market. It's a really weird one. I could see Sancho going for 30, but I could also see him going for 60. It's really difficult to gauge that. I'm going to quickly run a Ten Hag in or out poll, because I've been meaning to do one for a few days. I'm going to put, what would you do this summer? And I'll also run one on the channel at some point. Like on the community page, so we get more people involved. Who would want Sancho? I think Dortmund would want him, right? For example. Oh yeah, I probably should have gone in, undecided, or out. I've gone in or out. You know what? Let's get everyone off the fence, even though I am a fence sitter myself. I think if we're being realistic, Lindelof stays and Maguire goes. Probably in terms of who is worth more, but the poll has gone for keep Maguire. So we'll run with that because it's only right to keep the poll, right? Put undecided like the Discord poll. I forgot, so I'm getting you guys off the fence. I want to see opinions here. If it was make or break time, you are Ineos, and you are literally sitting there. You're looking at Erik ten Hag in the face, and you're going, "Do I keep this bloke or do I get rid of him?" If we have to vote, you do too, AJ. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No. What would I do? What would I do? See, if the poll option was there to go undecided, I would go undecided. And I think, because my thought process is undecided, I would say keep. Because if I'm not I think you should only sack someone if you're sure. Yeah, there we go. Bosh, have that. That's what I'm going to go for. So that's what I'm going to go for. I am in kind of that like in between, but I think if I'm in between, I have to lean towards keep. I think we should only sack if we're sure that's the right thing. I could certainly be swayed though. Depending on what's out there on the market this summer, other managers, I could definitely be swayed, but I don't know. We won't keep both Maguire and Wan-Bissaka. Do you genuinely not think there's like a chance we do? I've just kind of thought of something. And I want your guys' thoughts on this. There's been a lot of talk this season, recent weeks I should say, from Fabrizio Romano, that no matter what happens, we will sign a left-back this summer. Why would we do that? For starters, when we've got Shaw and Malacia already, why would we sign another? There's a few different solutions here. Is Shaw going to be moved to centre-back? Possibly. Possibly. Is there a chance, hear me out, Malacia becomes a backup right back? I'm sure he played there at one point last season. Just look at that for a blue line, by the way. I've just seen that properly. That looks awful. I'm sure Malacia played here last season. And when he plays right back, he inverts. Malacia played there instead of Wan-Bissaka because Ten Hag didn't trust him. That's what I'm wondering. Oh, Enric, that is so kind of you. Enric is in the chat with 5 gifted memberships. What an absolute legend. Thank you very much, mate. So 5 of you guys who were not members before are now members thanks to the generosity of Enric. So make sure to say thank you if you are in the chat right now. And also, everyone else, spam some love hearts in the chat to show your appreciation. Thank you very much, mate. Very kind of you. We've had several donations today. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. I don't think they expect Malacia to come back, to be honest. In that case, he probably has to go into the sell department, right? Played there in the Fulham game? What if we signed a left back to compete with Shaw? Let me quickly work this all out. Let's do this. Just being slow. 1 second, guys. I do apologise for the slight delay. 72% currently saying Ten Hag in, by the way. I don't know how many have voted on that. Sorry, one second. Let's go Shaw there. And let's do that. Bosh. Could this be our fullback solution? Because this season our left back has played deeper than our right back, and our right back is often inverted. When Malacia plays right back, he inverts. I might be miles off with this. It's just me kind of thinking on the spot. Interested to hear what you think. What happened? What is this member thing? Basically, if you now go to use emojis in the chat, you get custom ones. So you got different love hearts, but you also have like a Kobe Mainu one. So you can like send a picture of Kobe Mainu in the chat, for example, because someone else gifted it to you. Henrik, I believe. So yeah. Also, if you go on the Discord, you can get access to an exclusive channel, which you only get if you're a member. You only have to be a member once, and then you get access to that forever. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. What if we're planning to sell Shaw? It's possible. It is possible. I don't think that will be the club's plan, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Thoughts on playing Litchit in the inverted left-back role, like a Kanji and Aki play at Manchester City? Video out on Friday on that matter. Matt showing, by the way, guys, what you can do if you are a member. Look at that beautiful Kobe Mainu emoji. I need to get some more. AJ, this is literally why we need to keep Lindelof. He can play right back. Can he do this, though? Can he do this? Really liked Shaw at left back, centre back last year. Yes, I would love to. That's one of the things I would ask Ten Hag right now if I could. What's the plan with like Shaw and Tyrell basically? Malacia inverted a lot of Feyenoord. Yeah, a lot. I wonder if that could be in the thinking. I don't know. This is just a different idea which I just thought of. You could even do it that way around if you want to do so. A lot. That's right. Do you think people are Ten Hag in because of the lack of options? Yeah, I think that might be the case. Yo, hell yeah, Manuel. Great minds think alike. 66% people... It's just not a sentence, is it? 66% of people said keep Ten Hag. Out of 95, someone can do the maths of how many that is. Interesting. Could Archie Gray be a potential signing? If you want a right back, you can invert into midfield. He's your one. He is your one. If left back inverts, we need a left winger who tracks back. Our left back isn't inverted so much. It's more tucked into a 3. The right back is the one who's inverting over here. Tosin looks like he's going to Spurs. Yeah, sadly. But keep an eye on it because I do like him a lot. Anyway, I think we've ended up there with a fairly successful stream. I think we are always going to disagree. Sorry about that balking in the background. Obviously, when you do a keep or sell like this, we all have different players we prefer, different players we think should stay at the club, etc. So we're always going to have different opinions, and that's fine. I think in general, we've come up here, though, with a pretty decent keep or sell, in my opinion. Yeah, guys, say hi to the doggo. I think Wan-Bissaka and keep is outrageous. He's your one you can change in if you want. Everyone, like I said, we're never going to all agree because when there's over 100 people in here talking about football, everyone has different opinions. We're never going to agree on it. This isn't far off what I would have. I don't know if it's exact. I don't know. It's not quite what I would go for, but I don't mind it. If the club done this summer in terms of outgoings, I would be okay with it. Again, Wan-Bissaka, within 12 months, definitely needs to be gone. Does he this summer? I would, but I wouldn't sign a left back, so I don't know. On that sell right now, it's under 100 million. Yeah, just. Again, we've got to agree with 2 as well, but it's in and around 100, I would say. Casemiro might boost it. Getting rid of 8 is already a huge task. Exactly. It's so difficult to sell more than that. Sorry about the dogs. We disagree, of course, but we all have the same concern. No player drama anymore, please, next season. Yeah, and hopefully just the club moving in the right direction. We're always going to have different footballers, which we want to see on the pitch, right? It happens. But in general, I think we've had a really good conversation today, and it's good to get your guys' thoughts. I would say largely, we are mostly on the same track. There's a few players which divide opinion. Maguire, perhaps, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Rashford, Fernandes, I would say. Those are the ones who kind of divided opinion. But in general, I think we've done pretty well there. I think we've done pretty well. Cook this Branthwaite take? I can't see it. Branthwaite is so overrated. Seen him cooked consistently over the past few weeks. I think he's become a little bit overrated, but only because literally everyone's talking about him. I still think he's a really good player. He has weaknesses. He's really young. I think he's a good player still, though. Mason Greenwood? Yeah, I forgot to put him on the list. He's in the sell this summer area. Talks of De Zerbi. Yes, someone, if you're in the Discord, who was it earlier who linked the thread talking about De Zerbi? It's on Discord. I want to have a read through it. I would recommend checking it out because it's from someone who is normally pretty darn good at it, so check that out. I think selling 8 players is the right option. Yeah, it feels about right, doesn't it? Let's say, I think typically the last few seasons, our net spend is about 150. I might be wrong there, but I think that's roughly what it tends to be around. And then if we could sell 100 million's worth, that gives us 250 million to spend. It's not bad. It's not bad. We can work with it. We can work with it. AJ, you're ignoring the massive Frimpong links. The Frimpong links confuse me, by the way, because I don't like him. I'm sorry, no, he's a really good player. Tactically, he couldn't be more different to Dalot, though. Although, there have been times this season when Dalot has overlapped wider. So is that what he wants from signing Frimpong? I don't know. I don't quite understand the Frimpong link. I think it's a very easy, lazy link to make. If there's actually stuff in it, like if it's actually going to happen, really interesting. Like, I'm not sure why as such. Not sure why. I don't like him either, but we're genuinely interested. Yeah, like I said, if we were genuinely to go get him, I would find it really intriguing. Because to me, he is a wing-back. He is a wing-back, in my opinion, not a fullback. So it'd be interesting to kind of think, if we were to sign him, why would we sign him in terms of what direction are we going in after that? Probably a conversation for another day, right? Again, in my opinion, he's a wing-back rather than a fullback. So does that mean we change shape next season? I don't know. I don't know. But for today, what I do know is that I think we're pretty much finished. I'm going to stay off the screen because you can just see how bad the lighting is. Let's go back to this one because I'm smaller. Eric switching to a back three. We will be there. We'll be there no matter what, mate. No matter what. Tadibo, Branthwaite, Litcher, and Kumbala could be our defenders next season. Yeah, I think you want a bit more depth than that, but yeah. AJ, if we are doing another live on players we should sign, which takes more than one live, very true. We should also look at the personnel we are letting go. Yeah, I like the idea of that, linking it to this. Yeah, I like the idea of that. I do like the idea of that. Anyway, for today, unless anyone's got something else they want to talk about, we're finitoed. We are finished. We are finished. Does anyone else have anything of particular importance? Man, what's this going to be? I feel like, no offense, this is going to be the most random thing you've ever said. Here we go. Just had a revelation. Okay, I'm here for it. Nuruddin, I'll fly kick you, man. Next live stream. There is no live stream tomorrow because we've got an electrician coming, so I don't know when I can actually... If I can do it, there's a chance I might be able to. If it happens so that I can, then yeah, I'll try and do it. But it's unlikely we stream tomorrow because, yeah, I'm probably not going to have electric. But I will be live on Friday afternoon. I just quickly want to see what Mama's got to say. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Which Champions League game are you going to watch tonight? I would say City Madrid. It's got to be for Madrid more than anything. Let's talk about next gen. To anyone who is now leaving, thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm waiting on this man while he's left us on a proper cliffhanger here. We're on 100 likes, by the way, which is insane. Yeah, if Mama doesn't talk in 10 seconds... Okay, here we go. What if the reason we are looking at a left-back and Frimpong because we are looking to switch to a back three? Short left centre-back, Dallo and Frimpong as the right side, Malacia and the new signing as the left side. Litcher as the middle centre-back in the back three. We might need to do a conspiracy theory video on United changing to a back three. Based on rumours and stuff we've heard. I kind of like that. I like the idea of that. See what evidence we could find. I like the idea of that. I like the idea of that. Nuruddin actually speaks. Nuruddin talks all the time. You just normally can't see it because he's normally kind of overwhelmed the chat with memberships. But anyway, for today I am going to stop there because I've got other stuff to go do. If you do want to keep talking though, get in the Discord. And Josh, yes, he would. Yes, he would. Guys, get in the Discord. Hopefully someone can link it real quick. If not, it's on the channel somewhere. You can find it. Most of you are probably in it by now. But yeah, join the Discord. It's really good. It's vibes, I'll be honest. Vibes. So yeah, join that. But apart from that, we are going to wrap the stream up there. So thank you guys for getting involved. Thank you for all the opinions. Thank you to... Yeah, Manuel, I will, mate. I will. Yeah, thanks for the stream, guys. You guys have made this a pretty darn decent stream. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you to everyone who has liked, everyone who has voted in the polls, for the 7 gifted memberships as well. You're all absolute legends. FP has quickly linked the Discord there, as has Matt. So go check it out. Join the Discord. It's weird that it's 2 different links. That's odd. Weird. Check out the Discord, though, if you haven't already. Yeah, cheers, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Where's the end stream thing? Okay. I've got 2 pages I have to press it on. I don't know which one actually ends it. So I think it's this one. So thank you guys for watching. Let's see if this works. I hope you have enjoyed it. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.